engineer, engineer. Okay, so an engineer, he is the person who tells the construction worker what to do. So an engineer, he plans how the house will be built, and he plans everything out and tells people how to work. Okay? So engineer. And we have different types of engineers. We have electric engineer, okay? We have electric engineer, and he deals with electricity. We have chemical engineer, and he deals with chemistry, okay? And we have other types of engineer. We also have a civil engineer, okay? A civil engineer, he's a person who builds bridges, okay? What is a bridge? A bridge is something just like this. So this is what a bridge is. So the civil engineer, he builds things like this, and that is called a bridge. Okay, bridge. Okay, bridge, bridge. All right. And we also have a janitor, 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 janitor. A janitor is a person who cleans. So he sweeps and he mops. So a janitor is a person who cleans in a school or in a building or in an office. Okay? So he cleans up. That is the job of a janitor. Okay? And we also have dentist. 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 A dentist is the doctor for your teeth. We said the word dentist before in class when we're saying the letter O. And we say ah. So you see ah. It's the same. Ah. Okay, so that's the dentist. Okay. We also have a farmer. 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 A farmer is a person who plants seeds and then we get our crop. So we get our food from the farmers who plant them. Okay? Maybe you have a farm and you have farmers working for you. Okay? And we also have a refuse collector, and this is someone who collects the garbage or the rubbish in our homes. And he collects all of those to throw them away. Okay? So let's take a look at a video and let's look at some other jobs that we have.
Hi and welcome to our lesson on jobs. Jobs lesson 1, what people do. This is what we're going to talk about. What people do. Occupations. What do you do? I'm a police officer. I'm a police officer. Teacher.
Teacher.
I'm a teacher. I teach students.
I teach students.
I teach students. Teacher, teach students. I'm a police officer. Police officer. What does a police officer do? I fight crime. Fight crime. I fight crime. Chef. Chef. I'm a chef. What does a chef do? I cook in a restaurant. I cook in a restaurant. Cook in a restaurant. A chef cooks in a restaurant. Student. I am a student. I'm a student. What does a student do? I study at school. A student studies at school. I study at school. Truck driver. Truck driver. I'm a truck driver. I drive trucks. I'm a truck driver. I drive trucks. What does a truck driver do? A truck driver drives trucks. Dentist. I'm a dentist. What does a dentist do? I'm a dentist. I take care of teeth. I'm a dentist. I take care of teeth. A dentist takes care of teeth. Waiter. I'm a waiter. I serve food in the restaurant. I'm a waiter. I serve food in a restaurant. What does a waiter do? A waiter serves food in a restaurant. Postal worker. I'm a postal worker. I bring letters. I'm a postal worker. I bring letters. What does a postal worker do? A postal worker brings letters. Firefighter. I'm a firefighter. I fight fires. Firefighter. What does a firefighter do? Fights fires. He fights fires. Doctor. Doctor. I'm a doctor. I treat patients. I treat patients. I'm a doctor. I treat patients. What does a doctor do? A doctor treats patients. Nurse. Nurse. I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse. I look after patients. I look after patients. A nurse looks after patients. I'm a nurse. I look after patients. Singer. I'm a singer. What do I do? I sing songs. I'm a singer. I sing songs. What does a singer do? A singer sings songs. And this lesson was brought to you by ESL Kids Lab at English-4kids.com or eslkidslab.com. And now let's move to Jobs Lesson 2, which is jobs and places around. Where do all these people work? Places and jobs. Who works in these places? Who works in these places? Hospital. Who works in a hospital? A doctor works in a hospital. A doctor works in a hospital. Who works in a post office? A postal worker works in a post office. Post office. A postal worker works in a post office. Police station. Police station. And who works in a police station? Who works in a police station? A police officer works in a police station. A police officer works in a police station. School. Who works in a school? A teacher works in a school. A teacher works in a school. Restaurant. Restaurant. Who works in a restaurant? Oh. A waiter and chef work in a restaurant. A waiter and chef work in a restaurant. And that was it for our lesson on jobs and places, brought to you by ESL Kids Lab at English-4kids.com or eslkidslab.com. Goodbye.
everyone. Okay, everyone. So now I'm going to play a second video, and I want you to work along with me and write down what jobs do you see? What occupations do you see in the upcoming video? Okay?
I wish you'd see yourself as beautiful as I see you. Why can't you see yourself as beautiful as I I wish you'd see yourself as beautiful as I see you. Why can't you see yourself as beautiful?
Hi, and welcome to our lesson on jobs.
I wish you'd see yourself as beautiful as I see you. Why can't you see yourself as beautiful as I see you?
So this is my life, raising twins, living in the house I grew up in, and exploring the South, one ingredient at a time.
Chef Vivian Howard from A Chef's Life joins us now in North Carolina. Now, welcome.
Thank you.
We are so excited about season 2, which is upcoming this Sunday, October 5th. And so many viewers, this has resonated with so many across the country. What do people say to you when they come up to you about the show?
A lot of times people say, oh my God, I feel like I know you, or they ask how my children are. A lot of people reach out to us and say that the show reminds them about something their mom used to make or their grandmother used to make, or it reminds them of a way of life that is no more. And a lot of people who work in the restaurant business reach out to us and thank us because our shared struggles speak to them in a way that makes them feel as if they're not alone. And a lot of people say they love watching Ben and me work together.
I think that you're completely unrealistic about what we're going to be able to do, dividing our team into 2 restaurants and keeping things profitable. I mean,
Well, if you're going to make the profitable argument, I need to know how much that bun costs.
that bun that I just ate cost 25 cents.
It makes them happy that they don't work with their spouse. So I think that this show speaks to people because it's a really honest portrayal of what people go through. And we represent all walks of life, old, young.
I love the show because you sort of you take us ingredient by ingredient, but you also weave in family. You weave in working with your husband, Ben, and you also have those great cameos with the Southern cooks that you show, sort of that Southern cuisine. Why does the show's recipe appeal to so many?
I think it works in part because we are really trying to tell the story of a specific ingredient based on historical use, modern use, the farmer or the producer who grows it, and then through the aspect of family. And I think that it's so refreshing for people to have a story told in that manner. So I don't know. It certainly works a lot better than we anticipated it would.
I was probably a fourth or fifth generation tobacco farmer, and then after my daddy died, we'd always messed around with a large family garden, and I knew I was interested in trying to do something different. Sort of started out with the flowers. Remember, I came in the restaurant and sold you flowers first, and then I guess I can owe my vegetable career to you because you said, "Hey, Warren, I need somebody to raise me some vegetables."
Now we are actually on location at Jane and Warren Brothers' beautiful home and B&B, and we see Warren a lot on the show. He's one of the farmers that you partner with, as you partner with lots of growers and producers. Why is this important to showcase?
Well, I think that farmers are really the unsung heroes of the food we eat. Chefs get a lot of attention, and farmers are often in the background, but they're responsible for a lot of the hard work that goes onto the plate. So I really like to celebrate them, exalt them, and learn from them. And Warren is a great organic farmer, and he and his wife are great friends of ours. So it's a fun working relationship.
When you have the glimpses of the Southern cooking traditions, whether it be canning, the oyster roast, the putting up the corn, moonshine, muscadines, why do you think it's important to show viewers these great traditions of the South?
Well, that's really how the show came to be. I was really fixated on documenting some of these dying food traditions, and so Cynthia and I set out to kind of do that, and it grew into more. But I think it's important because a lot of these traditions are things that people used to do as a family, and because we don't do them anymore, a lot of that quality family time where we're sharing and working and producing is lost. And that's one thing that I've gotten out of the show personally, is that when my family, we come together to do these things like have an oyster roast or put up corn, we actually end up spending a lot of quality time together. And in several instances, it's been something that we've continued to do after the show because it's been such a positive experience.
In season 1, we saw you come back from a very devastating kitchen fire and reopen Chef and the Farmer. What new beginnings do we see for season 2?
In season 2, we opened another restaurant. It's called the Boiler Room, and it's right across the street from Chef and the Farmer. It's an oyster and burger concept. So you see us kind of go through the struggles of that. And then in the middle of season 2, I travel down to Oxford, Mississippi and cook a kind of career-defining lunch for 400 food writers and Southern food enthusiasts. And the show goes with me. And so you see a really accurate portrayal of what it is like behind the scenes of an event like that. And it was a lot of fun for me to watch, knowing that it's over and I don't have to do that again. And we also learn about ingredients like apples, turnip roots, turnip greens, butter beans, shrimp, squash. I don't want to give it all away, but I'm so proud of this season, and I think our ability to tell stories has actually improved.
Well, along that same line, A Chef's Life recently won Broadcasting's prestigious Peabody Award for storytelling. And one of the comments from the judges was that your show is refreshing and unsensational. What do you think about this award and what it means for A Chef's Life?
Well, we were blown away by it, honestly, because making the show was such a struggle, getting people on board, and it's very different, the model of the show. So I think that the fact that the Peabodys recognized us was kind of like validation, and it said, okay, this is good, keep going. So we were just thrilled beyond belief to get that. But now it's like the Peabodys said season 1 was good, so now we really have to make sure season 2 is good.
Now, how has your life changed since The Chef's Life, season 1? How's it changed in different ways?
Not that much. My parents don't really care. My kids definitely don't care. I have a lot of different responsibilities, and I'm not behind the stoves at the restaurant as much, for better or worse. My team is doing a great job, but I don't get to participate there on the level that I'm used to. I don't think it'll always be that way, but just right now, I feel a little disconnected.
Chef Vivian Howard, when you think about the future for this show, what do you see?
I have no idea. You know, we are just trying to kind of take it day by day, and I'm excited for season 2. I'm excited to see what people think of it. We've started working on season 3. PBS is behind the show and excited about it, and it's great to feel people's enthusiasm. So I just want to be a part of that and kind of try to enjoy it. We have a holiday, an hour-long holiday special that'll be coming out in December. That's in addition to season 2.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. So this is meant to mimic your mother or grandmother making Christmas candy and packing it in the tin. Ambrosia, I grew up, we had it a few times at Christmas. I am really tearing this orange up.
That's okay, we want it tore it.
I'm excited for that because I grew up watching Dolly Parton's Tennessee Country Christmas. So the idea of making a holiday special was very exciting for me till we actually shot it during the whole month of December, which was pretty stressful. But I'm excited for that.
Well, the future looks bright, and the season premiere, can't wait for it to be at 7:30 p.m. this Sunday, October 5th on UNC TV. Chef Vivian Howard, thank you so much for coming on North Carolina Now.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Okay. So what occupation and job did you get? Were you able to see a farmer? Did you see the farmer? And did you see a TV presenter? A TV presenter? And did you see the vendor? Did you see the vendor who was selling stuff? And did you see the waitress? Did you see the waitress? Did you see the waitress? And this is who the waitress is. And of course, the chef who was doing all the cooking. If you were able to see all of them, good job. You've done great. You deserve a star. Okay? Now let's go on and move on and check out a small song that I have with lots of jobs that we can see. Okay? Okay. So let's continue on and let's start with something new. So we have something called verb to be, and we use this a lot when speaking. Okay, we use it a lot when we speak. Is everything okay? Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Okay, good. Everything is at its loudest. Microphone's at its loudest. Okay. All right. All right, let's hear it better. It's better here. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Clear enough? Loud enough? Okay, great. Okay, so we have verb to be, and this is something we use a lot when speaking English. So, for example, when we say, I am Amir. I am here is our verb. This here is our verb. Okay, this is our verb to be. So I am Amir.